Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Manchester United review, and today Manchester United did go up to Stoke, a rainy, well maybe not rainy, but a cold, dreary, dull day at Stoke City, away from home obviously, and did come out with a 1-1 draw, and I'll talk about what that draw means later on in the video. But first off, obviously Stoke City technically didn't score a goal. It was an own goal by Mata. And then Wayne Rooney put one in late Fergie time, as they still refer to it as Fergie time, so I'm still going to refer to it as Fergie time, to make his 250th goal to cement his legacy in world football today. Now, a general performance today, it was just kind of, I didn't think we were awake. We conceded in the first half, and I find when a United team concede in the first half, or when they just concede first, they do tend to let it slip. And for me, I think the player that was missing, and a lot of people also agreed with me on social media, I was reading about on Twitter afterwards and during the match, was Michael Carrick. Fellaini did come in for Michael Carrick today. I think it just disrupted the team. But it does face quite a big worry for the team, which is probably why Jose Mourinho doesn't want to use him all the time, because we can't have a team that can't play without Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick, he's 35, going to be 36 this year. How long is he going to go on? How long is he going to keep playing for United at a high level? I mean, at 35, you'd be very lucky to find a player at 35 who plays every game all season. It's just too much for them, really. And it is a big worry, because without Michael Carrick, we can't seem to get the win. We played a 4-1-4-1, and we played Herrera as the one there, which is the player I would have chosen anyway. But Fellaini in a more attacking position with Pogba. For me, personally, I think Pogba needs to be weaned back a bit. The midfielders were kind of slotting in as attacking midfielders. And for me, personally, I think Fellaini and Pogba would be better coming back, kind of playing that 4-3-3 with the defensive midfielder and the two midfielders next to him. But Jose Mourinho decided to go with that. We get the 1-1 draw. And for me, that means that I've always said last week, I said if we didn't win against Liverpool, the league title challenge is gone. And for me, after this result, the league title is completely gone. And I'm starting to see top four slip away now as well. As I'm currently recording this, City and Spurs are still playing. It is currently 2-2. And we'll see what that result happens. But for me, Spurs are going to be top four. It's Liverpool and Arsenal, the two dodgy teams. And Liverpool did lose today against Swansea 3-2. But I think it would have helped United a lot more if we did get that win today. And they just didn't look up to it to me. They didn't look up to it. Some of them, you could say there was an unlucky chance. There was an easy opportunity for Mata just after he'd scored the own goal. And he put it straight over the bar, which really annoyed me. I was like, oh no. And then it just went downhill. And then I actually missed the Wayne Rooney goal live because I don't know, I just kind of gave up. I was like, oh, we've lost. We've lost at Stoke, as everyone knows. There is an old saying that not even they reckon a team featuring Lionel Messi couldn't win a dull, gloomy, dreary day at Stoke. But we get the draw. That still leaves us sixth. And for me, really now, there's no excuse. As you know, I covered about this about 2 months ago now. United haven't lost a league game. But they went into the rut of draws, and I hope it doesn't happen again, because it's just frustrating. I don't know whether it's team confidence or we're missing players. For me, the squad has a lot of depth, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have won that match. Maybe I think it may have been to do with the formation, just a little bit too flat, just too rigid. We need more movement, we need more fluidity. Mata starting for me is questionable on the right hand side. I think Mkhitaryan would have been better on that right hand side with Martial on the left. But you know what, Jose Mourinho, he is the supposed special one, and he put the lineup that he thought was good enough for to get the win, to get the performance. I I didn't watch the post-match interview with Jose Mourinho, so I don't know his thoughts too much. But obviously, United this week did let Memphis Depay go, Schneiderlin back the other week. There was Sam Johnstone, he's at Aston Villa now as well. And we're letting players go. I know we don't necessarily need them, obviously. Memphis hasn't added a lot to the team since he came in, and nor did Schneiderlin. And the transfers we've made past for the third year haven't been very good. You've had Angel Di Maria leave. And the last transfer really that has had an impact throughout the whole season for me was Robin van Persie from Arsenal. And Sir Alex Ferguson did well getting him. And should we have kept him? I don't know. But Louis van Gaal did say, look, you've got to go, mate. And he got rid of him pretty simply. So, and the signings this year, I've got to say, have made an impact. Obviously, Bailey is out on AFCON. And the other three are regular starters. But I still don't think it's enough. There's something there that's missing. But that's the way it's going to be. Moving on to the second thing I want to talk about, which is Wayne Rooney's legacy to football. Wayne Rooney today has secured his 250th Premier League goal for his club, meaning he was probably, unless Sir Bobby Charlton comes out the stand and taps on him, which would be a miracle, because I probably don't think he'd last about 5 or 10 minutes in the match without keeling over. But it is inevitable that he is going to become the top goal scorer for his club and country, and that is a legacy that is not going to be met by another player for a very long time, I don't think. Obviously, I don't think he's Premier League top goal scorer. I'd have to check, but I think definitely he's a player that you've got to, when you have your kids, you say, oh yeah, your parents now like, oh, I grew up watching Pele and Alan Shearer. Well, we're going to say, oh, we grew up watching Messi, Ronaldo, Rooney. And obviously Rooney's not on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo for skill. But, he's still an amazing player, whether you like him or not. He's a great player, obviously. And there we go. All-time Premier League top goal scorer is actually Alan Shearer on 260, so he has done a lot, but Wayne Rooney's there on 188. I don't see him breaking that Premier League top scorer from Alan Shearer. Obviously, Alan Shearer back in his day was absolutely unstoppable and was very good for Newcastle. Scored a lot of goals for them, but there's no reason why we should disregard Rooney for what he's done. Yes, he's not been the great international hero. Let's help England win a World Cup or help them win a European title, and that's something obviously that is that down to Rooney's skill, is that down to just England being England, but definitely for club, he's won every trophy out there for the club, and I think people do need to show him a little more respect. Obviously, I've even been a little bit sceptical of Wayne Rooney over the past year, because he just hasn't looked good, he hasn't looked sharp, and he still doesn't. I mean, he's the Manchester United captain and he's not even getting on the starting pitch. Is there any room for Rooney in United's team anymore? I don't know. There isn't really a centre forward like he used to play when we had the Berbatov or the Van Persie. They used to just switch between them roles as striker and centre forward. We don't have that anymore. That's not the system we're playing. And he's not a centre forward that's going to go out there and score goals by himself. But definitely deserves some credit, and did get Manchester United a point, leaves them in 6th place. A little bit worrying, 2 draws on the bounce. Hopefully we can bounce back. I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.